So this has been requested by a few people. This is something that I was curious to test as well. As I think most people who have an interest in input lag and high frame rates and so forth would know, the latest PlayStation 5 patch has brought VRR. And so people have asked to see what impact this has on fighting games. My impression is that it probably won't make a huge difference, given fighting games generally stick to 60 frames per second, 60 hertz fairly consistently. And my understanding, well, I'm happy to be corrected, is that a lot of VRR is there for when frame rates get irregular, where it can't deliver those 60 frames per second. So I've chosen Street Fighter V not because it's because it's popular and it's what people will ask for. The problem that will occur, almost inevitably, is that Street Fighter V with its epochs can kind of throw off the averages. So I'll probably look to do it with a different consistent game as well. So something like BlazBlue, where it's always the same. So this is PlayStation 5. This has 120 Hz mode enabled, but from the look of the screen in the top left there, I suspect it's not actually doing 120 Hz. At the moment we've got VRR off, and I'll let it run for about 200 samples, which would be 200 frames, 3 minutes 20 seconds. Just because that's a good sample, will hopefully level out some of the epoch effects. And also when I test on PC, that's kind of the largest sample size that it will automatically do, so it makes a fair point for comparison. You probably, and I haven't been watching entirely closely, but there's probably already been a bit of variation in terms of where that 16 millisecond window occurs. Which, as I said, those epochs can make testing difficult. Anyway, I think, how to put this? I don't know if Street Fighter V is the best example, but I suspect that if BlazBlue doesn't really show a difference, then I think we could probably expand that out to most other fighting games. I don't think there's something different about it. Like I said, given that most games will hold 60 frames per second, if you're not dropping frames, or if your frame rate's not wildly going all over the place, then I think the role for VRR is diminished. But that comes from a place of not having tested it. So we'll do this, crunch the numbers, post it up on Twitter, and then see what we can make out of it.